Hello, welcome to my channel, Arsenal Hot News. In order to continue watching the best Arsenal news, just be patient and subscribe to us. We are proud of Arsenal fans wherever you are in the world. Thank you. If the Gunners wished to win the title, Mikel Arteta has instructed them to continue rowing. The manager of Arsenal oddly played down Ben White and Alexander Zinchenko's violent altercation throughout the week, saying that they had now reconciled by sharing wives. Ben White and Alexander Zinchenko, two Arsenal players, have been encouraged to continue their candid conversations as long as they remain respectful. However, Arteta believes that if his players don't push one another, their hopes of winning the Premier League would remain in Disneyland. Arsenal will move 2 points clear of the leaders of the table if they defeat Liverpool on Sunday. 5 days prior to the Emirates blockbuster. White and Zinchenko had to be separated after their argument over giving up a late goal in the 2-1 victory against Nottingham Forest. When asked if the defenders were once more pals, Arteta joked, "They have shared spouses and everything over the previous few days while living in the same home. It's alright, they are currently cohabiting, their best friends are them." More importantly, Arteta continued, "If your relationship isn't great, you don't argue with people. To react the way you did, you need to have chemistry and trust with the other person that I adore it as long as it's done respectfully, with the goal of becoming a more challenging team, and it remains there." After the game, a discussion may get emotional and intense. "It's typical that I want my guys to be demanding and driven to improve, otherwise, it's Disneyland." Midfielder Thomas Partey of Ghana is once more absent from Arteta after suffering a setback during his 4-month recuperation from a thigh procedure. "We had a setback a few days ago," the Gunners manager continued. "We'll check to see if it takes a few days or weeks." He had been unable to train for the past few days due to something he felt in a comparable location. Arsenal has bounced back from a challenging December in which they fell from first place to fourth. Mikel Arteta, the manager of Arsenal, discusses the pressures of football management exclusively with Sky Sports. This Sunday, watch the thrilling title match between Arsenal and Liverpool live on Sky Sports Premier League. Kickoff is at 4:30 p.m. Despite the strain that comes with holding the top position at Arsenal, Mikel Arteta has opened up about the difficulties of football management and maintained, "I just love what I do." Since Jurgen Klopp declared he was quitting Liverpool at the end of the season due to running out of energy, coaches have come under increased scrutiny. The Arsenal manager acknowledges the challenges he faces in striking the correct balance, from early wake-up calls to creating his next tactical plan to the demands the position places on his personal life. Speaking exclusively to Sky Sports ahead of Arsenal's crucial Premier League matchup with title rivals Liverpool, which will air live on Sky Sports at 4:30 p.m., Arteta disclosed that, despite the pressure put on him, it's matches like the one on Sunday that motivate him to get out of bed in the morning and stay energized. The manager of the Gunners said Sky Sports, "We are very fortunate to be able to do what we do every day. I just love what I do. For me, the beauty, the intensity, the emotion, and the desire to play important games, like this one on Sunday against Liverpool, trump any worries about pressure or stress." Arteta acknowledged that his adrenaline rushes after every game. But he also said he doesn't have any problems falling asleep. He is an early riser, though, and a lot of his plans begin to materialize during those early morning hours. Arteta remarked, "I have no trouble falling asleep. I sleep quite well, but I wake up early. It can be 4:30, 5:30, or 5 a.m., and then it moves on to the following one. Your mind seamlessly transitions into the subsequent one, and then the following one, and I begin to piece things together. This is a good time when your mind. That's when I wake up, start writing, and consider all of our options for how to best prepare for the upcoming game so that we have the best chance of winning." Although Arteta is not yet concerned about burnout, he comprehended Klopp's reasoning for requiring him to resign from his position at Anfield at the end of the current campaign. But what, specifically, gives Arteta her current energy boost? "Family comes first, but his players and staff are as important. My 3 kids come running to the front door and jump all over me after a long day," he added. "My canine companion follows suit, what you actually need to do is glance at your players and instruct them to leap from one place to another. At which point they will begin to walk to that location. It implies that they are following you, which is quite potent. You feel energized to go again after that. In response to the question of whether the entire family must support him in his testing profession, he said, 100%. They must be aware of it, desire to discuss it, then just show love, avoid it, and discuss a host of other subjects that are just as significant in life. I'm fortunate to have that balance because it's very crucial. What personal activities does a football manager engage in to decompress from the game? Although there are many things you can do, each person's body knows exactly what they need, according to Arteta. I think meditation is a tremendously effective practice. Your mind gets cleared out and then in a much better state to function once again. I also enjoy reading a lot, and I read about a wide range of subjects, other industries, our business, and the accomplishments of other colleagues. It's excellent. Next, everyone's focus is on Super Sunday. This year's Premier League title might be decided by the result of Arteta's Arsenal's match against Klopp's top-of-the-table team, who they are now 5 points behind. The match takes place live on Sky Sports at 4:30 p.m. Both parties know one another well. The attackers for Arsenal missed a lot of opportunities in their encounter against Liverpool in the FA Cup third round last month, and the Gunners were defeated 2-0 by 2 goals in the last minute. At Anfield in December, the two teams were unable to be split apart. Our mutual knowledge is extensive, Arteta remarked. We've played against each other for many years now, and there are certain things against Liverpool and against us that you have to do. The match is likely to be quite intense. There are specific requirements that must be met, along with attention, focus, and quality on the part of the work you do, in response to a question on what Arsenal must do to defeat Liverpool. He said, "We are us, and that is not negotiable. Players have the conviction and motivation to play the way we want to play, so we must play as we are. We play the game that we want to play. There are very few margins. To win the game on Sunday, we have to earn it. We need to perform as well as we are now in order to do it, and that's it. The remainder will follow from that." Indeed, it's easier said than done. However, we have done so in our last 2 matches with Liverpool. We now have to add the extras and come out on top. Arteta's matchup with Klopp on Sunday might be his final one for some time. Is Klopp the manager Arteta has considered the most when attempting to figure out how to defeat Pep Guardiola? Given his background as the manager's assistant at Man City and his current position at Arsenal, I don't know if he's the most, but he is one of the most, Arteta stated. Believe me, in this league we have top managers and they make you think a lot. Competing against other managers is something I adore. It's a test, and you want to push yourself to the limit and learn from the greatest, because it pushes you to look beyond the box and take a different approach before returning to what you want to achieve. The Premier League is the ideal place.